Raise your hand if you believe schools should prepare students for real life situations. Okay, I see a few hands out there. So most of us agree. We want kids to leave school ready for college, jobs, relationships, and independence. But here's a good question. Are schools really preparing teens for some of the most real life challenges they'll face? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, students who receive comprehensive sex education are more likely to make informed decisions, have lower rates of STIs, and are less likely to experience teen pregnancies. Yet many U.S. schools still rely on abstinence-only programs. The reality is this: whether we as adults are comfortable with it or not, many teens will encounter situations involving sex. The real question is, will they be prepared or will they be left vulnerable? Hello, my name is Megan Daniels. With my background in healthcare, I've worked with both young and older adults. I've seen how early health decisions can affect a person's entire life. That's why today, I want to persuade you that comprehensive sex education isn't about encouraging teens to have sex. It's about protecting them with knowledge. Comprehensive sex education benefits students in 3 critical ways. 1, it reduces teen pregnancy and STI rates. 2, it improves academic focus on overall health. And 3, it empowers students to make responsible, respectful choices. Comprehensive sex education reduces teen pregnancy and STIs. Let's start with the evidence. A study in the Journal of Adolescent Health found that schools teaching both abstinence and contraception has significantly lower pregnancy rates compared to schools with abstinence-only programs. Think about this. States that lean heavily on abstinence-only educations like Texas and Mississippi consistently have among the highest teen pregnancy rates in the country. Meanwhile, states like California and Massachusetts, which support comprehensive sex education, rank near the lowest. That means that this isn't just a theory. It happens in our own communities. Here is a chart. And if you can see in the chart, abstinence-only programs are linked with higher teen pregnancy and STI rates. But notice on the third bar, the average age of sexual intention. A common fear is that teaching safe sex makes kids start earlier. The research says the opposite. Teens in comprehensive programs actually delay sexual activity longer than those who are only told just don't do it. And why is that? Because comprehensive education doesn't glamorize sex. It demythizes it. It gives students facts instead of myths, which makes them more cautious and responsible. And when students are prepared, they're less likely to experience life-altering challenges like unplanned pregnancies or STIs. Those challenges can derail their teenage years before they even began. And as you can see, the difference in the chart, abstinence only is in the blue, and you can see a significant decrease in numbers with the comprehensive in the orange. Now, protecting students' health is critical, but good health also has direct effect on their academic success. Comprehensive sex education improves academic focus and overall health. According to the CDC, students with stronger sexual health are more likely to stay engaged in class and graduate because they're not distracted or derailed by preventable health issues. Consider this. The National Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy reports that only about 50% of teen mothers graduate high school, which is an astounding rate. compared with nearly 90% of their peers. That's a massive difference. And when a teen drops out of their lifetime, earnings decrease dramatically, setting off a ripple effect on their family and on the community. And it's not just academics. Poor sexual health affects mental health too. Imagine a 16-year-old dealing with the stress of an unplanned pregnancy. Could you imagine? Or the stigma of an untreated STI. That student is going to be facing anxiety, shame, isolation, on top of their regular academic workload. On the other hand, students who have the tools to prevent those situations are free to focus on their school, to focus on sports, to focus on their family, and to focus on planning their futures. And they're not weighed down by the unnecessary stress. But beyond health and academics, comprehensive sex education gives students some equally valuable empowerment. And comprehensive sex education empowers students. The American Academy of Pediatrics stresses that accurate, age-appropriate sex education is essential for healthy adolescent development. Knowledge truly is power. But empowerment just isn't about preventing pregnancy or STIs. It's about giving teens the ability to make responsible and respectful choices. Comprehensive programs cover topics like consent, communication, healthy relationships, and self-respect. These lessons are critical throughout life. We live in a world where sexual violence, unhealthy relationships, and misinformation are all real dangers. If schools aren't teaching students about consent, then where will they learn it? From social media? Would you like them to rely on their peers who may not know the facts? Let's take an example. Imagine a 15-year-old girl who understands what consent truly means. She knows she has the right to say no. She knows what a healthy relationship should look like. Compare that to a teen who never had those conversations in school or never had those conversations with their parents. Which one will be better prepared to avoid the unsafe situation? The answer is clear. The critics sometimes agree that these lessons should only come from home, but here's the problem with that. Not all parents are comfortable or knowledgeable enough to talk openly and about these issues. Some may never do. Schools can't control what happens at home, but they can provide consistent, fact-based education that reaches all of you. And again, the research shows that when students are educated, they're not more reckless, they're actually more responsible. They make choices that align with their morals, their goals, and their values. So, what does all of that mean for us as educators, parents, and community leaders? Comprehensive sex education is not about encouraging sexual activity at all. It's about protection and preparation. It lowers teen pregnancy and STI rates. It improves academic focus and health. It empowers students to make safe, respectful, and informed decisions. So, the evidence is very clear. Knowledge, it protects. Education, it prevents. So today, I urge you all, school board members, principals, teachers, and parents, to take action. Support comprehensive sex education in your schools. Attend those board meetings, sign those petitions, and speak up in your communities. Because at the end of the day, our role just isn't to prepare students for standardized tests or even graduation. It's to prepare them for all life. And life requires knowledge, responsibility, and respect. Thank you.